So, Kevin and Liz Gaskins, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for having me over and just communicating to the world about your experiences and working with the Braunagel team. So I appreciate that. And let's just get right to it. Why don't you, if you can, in your own words, just tell me how we met.
Sure. Through a business associate of mine, and I was looking and thinking about potentially selling my home, and was trying to stay within Trumbull, and I asked some associates if they knew anybody that was in the business. I didn't have a primary contact, and Phil Lukianic had recommended that we get together and meet, and we did, and it was a pretty easy takeoff from there.
Super.
Yeah.
Super. And let me ask you this: did the Braunagel team demonstrate a knowledge of knowing your local market?
In my opinion, yes. Through the initial conversations we had about our thoughts and what we wanted to do about selling our townhouse at the time, you were pretty spot on in terms of expectations for appraised value, market interest, timeline, and going through a transition of trying to sell a home and buy a new home. That's all valuable information and was helpful in setting our expectations. And just about all of it came to fruition and was pretty close to what you had explained to us. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Super. And actually, you guys are in a unique position because you experienced both sides, right? You experienced
Yes.
selling your home and then the purchase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how well did the Braunagel team communicate with you both during, before, and after your transactions?
Very, very well.
Yeah. The expectations were set clearly early on in terms of how it would work, what would take place, guidance in terms of what we could expect. During, everybody was completely accessible. We had Tom Braunagel as our selling agent and Marie Santiago as our buyer agent, and any communication that needed to take place back and forth was quick and easy and responsive, and it was a seamless transaction for us. And it could be a stressful time, but you guys did a good job of helping limit the stress for us.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thanks for that.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you another question about how well did we explain the process of buying and selling to you guys, and did we meet your expectations from that? Hopefully no surprises.
Yeah, well, I think that you helped us a lot in the way of helping facilitate with some partners that you have as far as inspectors and things like that go.
Super, yeah.
And I know that you found that useful. You got some information from them about who could help us with moves and things of that nature. So that helped the process. Not having our own contacts and needing help and finding other contacts was extremely useful. And then, like I said, the timeline and sequence of events really worked well for us when it doesn't always. But we did find ourselves in a situation where you guys were able to help negotiate a rental agreement for a week for us to move in early before a closing, which was unique and not standard. And
right.
That made a little difference in the world to us because we have a 2-year-old daughter that we were trying to make this an easy move for.
Awesome. I guess the last question, would you recommend the Braunagel team to someone, or what would you tell someone who's on the fence, trying to make a decision about what agent to choose?
Sure.
What would you tell them about us?
I adored Marie. Being a mother and having or needing someone who's flexible. Marie was also a mother, understood our needs, my needs, what it's like to try and search for homes, go look at homes with the 2-year-old. She was always comforting and supportive. Her schedule was flexible as well, and sometimes it was just me, Marie, and our daughter, and she'd watch her, and I was able, she became part of the family. Yeah. So it was wonderful. I'd highly recommend her.
Great.
Yes, I agree. I know there were homes that Marie saw several times because I would work for Liz, and then if Liz really liked it, I'd go see it later, which we really appreciated, her flexibility and understanding of our family and how we work, and that was really helpful. So we would certainly recommend you guys, not only as selling agents but buying agents. you know, as far as marketing our home, it was quick, it was easy, it was fast. You guys did an open house pretty quickly. I don't remember how many people viewed, but we had an offer quite quickly, right in the range that we were looking at, and so it went really well. And then from the buyer's standpoint, we felt as if we had to be in a position where we were the first to offer and strike, and that's exactly what happened. Marie had us in the home that we ended up buying within 2 days, and when it went on the market, we were the first ones to make an offer. So that made a huge difference for us in our negotiating leverage.
Great, great. So it sounds like a thumbs up.
Yes, yeah, we'll give you 2.
Well, listen, I appreciate your time. Thanks for having me over today and for sharing.
Yeah, of course.
Right on.